Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to 310 Stitcher. This is Flossmas Day 2. It is, I don't know, about 7 p.m. I just finished work and I thought I would come back and do a quick Flossmas video. So I did get my things completed, and I'm sorry for the shaking. I'm going to see if I can rotate this and show you the culprit. Smokey Poke, what are you doing? Smoke? Okay, so hopefully I didn't make you dizzy there. I'm so sorry. No, I can't. All right, my apologies for that. So my name is Jade. Welcome. I'm sorry I look like crap today. I feel like crap. I have a migraine and I've gone through about a box and a half of Kleenex today. I've obviously caught something. Anyways, and I'm a little bit discombobulated today for a few reasons. Okay, monkey, I don't know what's going on here, but hey, chill. Look at his belly. Look at his belly. Okay? Look at his belly. Okay, go that way. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. So yeah, so feeling a little under the weather, but I thought I'd come back. I just wanted to do a quick little video, and there goes Smoke again. I have no idea what he's after. He's after something under my laptop for some reason. So apologies. Okay, so what did I get done today? So today I had three things to do, right? That I showed you yesterday. Okay, Smoke, no. I'm so sorry. I don't know what his problem is. No, come on, buddy. Yeah. Okay. So I had three things to do. I had one cross-stitch item. Yeah, really? One cross-stitch item and two knitting items. So let's talk about the cross-stitch first. Are you going to be a good boy? Are you going to be a good boy for me? Please? Come on, go down there. Go down there. Okay. What a mess. Okay, let's talk about the cross-stitch item first. So the first thing I was going to start and hopefully get finished today was this Stitch Your Own Ornament kit. It is the Northern Lights Bear. It is from Canadian Stitchery. Did I get it done? Yes, I did. This took quite a bit longer than yesterday's axolotl. Axolotl is quite a bit bigger. Actually, I did count the stitches on my phone. So let me pull that up. Oh, I didn't even. So 482 stitches is what that was. So yeah, so it took a couple of hours at least. But having said that, look at how much thread there is. I could make I could easily make one more, and I would only have to add one length of thread, like one length of, you know, the 6-strand DMC, for one color, and that's it. All the rest of it, they give you so much. Honestly, it's very, very generous. The pattern actually came with two patterns. One is in color, as you can see here. The other one is black and white. I put it all back in here because I'm gonna hand this off to my daughter and see if she wants to do that. I'll throw some more thread in there, and I'll find piece of fabric that she can have. She would like to do that, I'm sure, as well as yesterday's axolotl. So let me show you the bear right here. And he's a faux. He's a finish. So he's very cute. I think the axolotl is cuter myself, but I really like him too. So quite a bit bigger, and again, it came with the felt for the back, and I just put the date and my initials back there. So very cute. It's just DMC. So anyways, that's 2 done. I do have one more, but I'm actually not gonna do that one. I'm going to give that one to my daughter. I was wondering if I had it. I do have it. One second. No, I'm not sure where it is. It's a little Canada moose with a sweater. It's very cute. If I find it, then I'll show you tomorrow. So that's today's cross stitch finished. And I picked something else to start tomorrow. Now this is not going to get done in one day. I don't even know if I have the fabric for it. I have to go looking in my stash for it, but hopefully I do. If I don't, then I may start something different instead, but I think I do. So what I'm going to start is a little pattern that I bought at the Gathering Thread retreat this past August from the Tiny Modernist, and this is called Twilight Moon, and that's what it's gonna look like. Isn't that cute? I hope you can't hear that. My son's room is right below, and he's watching a movie or something very loudly. Anyway, so that's Twilight Moon from Tiny Modernist. It's not very big. It's, I think, 60 by 60. Yeah, 60 by 60. So on 14 count, that's just over, like it's just over 4 1/4 inches by 4 1/4 inches. So it isn't big, but there is a lot of stitching on that. So I may give myself the rest of the week. Today is only Tuesday. I may give myself the rest of the week to get this done. Maybe get done on the weekend. I don't know, but that's what that will be. Okay, then did I do my yarn into my blankets? Yes, I did. Again. So I showed you. So in case this is the first one you're seeing, this is my Scrappy Squares blanket. It's, that big. And it's been growing every year with the Advent season. So this was yesterday's square. I started a new row. So that's it there. And then I took the rest of that and I put it into my other blanket, and I'll show you that in a second because I want to show you today's square as well. I also did that. Luckily today I had a committee meeting. I had a 2-hour meeting where I just had to sit and listen, and so I knit during the meeting while I was listening. Okay, so today's yarn was this purple with some blue. So again, I started another row, and I made kind of a mistake because I've been trying to, like, some of my leftovers are quite substantial, so I get more than one square, and I get more than what I want to put in here at any one time. So I will have multiple squares of the same colorway in the blanket. That doesn't bother me, but I didn't want them to be close together. And but I realized, so when I was going through this, I'm trying to figure out where I wanted it. Yes, monkey. I found another one there. So I didn't want to have a square here, right? I didn't want to put it right next to that one because it would be very close to that one. And then, do I have one more? I thought that's all I had. I thought that's all I had, but actually, nope. And look where I put it. So I put them close to each other, which is really annoying. Am I going to rip this out? No, I'm not going to rip it out. It doesn't bother me that much. At the end of the day, this is all getting, you know, you're not going to really notice unless the squares are like right next to each other. You're not going to notice what's what. Because especially since most of them are not, a good portion of them are not solid yarn. So anyway, so that's yesterday's square and today's square. And so we have to pick another yarn. But first, let me show you, because I took the rest of this yarn and I put it into my other blanket. And now I'm done with that yarn. And I have no more scraps of that particular purple. So let me just put that there. And let me show you. So here we go. Okay, so first of all, last night, I didn't get yesterday's yarn in because if you'll remember, there was already, when I picked this up, there was already some leftover yarn that was attached and I had to finish knitting it. What is going on? I don't know what he's doing. So I did that, I finished that, and then so in my video yesterday you saw that I had just attached the rest of that ball. So remember, the yellow orange had just turned into blue at the very tip of that square, and so it continues with the blue, and then it continued to a dark blue, which is not the same as this blue, but it is another blue, and then to this maroon, to this pink. So this piece was yesterday's yarn. And then today's yarn, oh my goodness, Smokey, sorry for the earthquake, was this much. There's a lot of yarn. This took quite a while. And look, I didn't think that I would be getting close to the top. So this is the top of the blanket, and I only have, you know, about 1.5 inches to do there. So whatever tomorrow's yarn is going to be that we're going to pick in a minute, it will finish this column. And then, so in case you didn't see this yesterday, this is for my king size bed. I'm doing it in columns, so the height is the full height. Smokey, there we go. And I don't know, when I'm done with the blanket, I may actually just take a gray or an off-white or something and square the edges off, kind of do with a border. I don't know. We'll see when that time comes. It's a long time. It's a long way away considering this is how wide it is. But anyways, so yeah. So with tomorrow, I'll get to start another blanket or another column, sorry. So let's pick that yarn. Let me put this here. This room is such a disaster, and I apologize if you can see. I've tried to cover some stuff. I got rid of a piece of furniture over there. Smokey, stop. Yeah, really? What are you doing? I got rid of a piece of furniture over there, and I got a bookshelf instead, so I can put, you know, I can organize. Boop. So I can organize better. Didn't have enough, and there's one more piece of furniture right there, right behind me, that I'm also going to get rid of because it's not very good, and it's half broken, and it's on a tilt. So what I did was I actually bought I've ordered another bookshelf exactly like that one, which is a corner style. And so it's going to fit right in that space, and I'll be able to, like, everything that I've got in baskets, you know, my whips and stuff that's all in this room is all going to go on the bookshelf. But it's coming tomorrow. So in the meantime, everything is kind of everywhere in here. So I really apologize for the disaster. Okay, so let's do. Okay, I'm not even gonna worry about it. As she worries about it. I don't know why this isn't. Okay, anyways, so I apologize. It's a disaster, sorry. And it's also dark in here because it's, like I said, 7:30 at night. Okay, so yarn. Let me lean over into this guy. And I'm just, so this is yarn that someone gave me at the Gathering Thread Retreat, but it is, this one is acrylic, which is absolutely fine, but my two blankets here are all wool, so I don't want to add acrylic because acrylic doesn't really block very well. Okay, so I'm just gonna dig in here without looking. Okay, just dropped it. No, that's purple again. I don't want to do another purple. Not 2 days in a row. Okay, another purple. It's a different purple, but still purple. All right. Maybe, okay, I am gonna look. And, oh, I'm really digging in there. Okay, this one. So hopefully that comes out. It's kind of creams, green, some greens, light greens, dark greens. There's even some light blue in there, or pops of it. I don't think it's, yeah, there's pops of it. Very light pink. That's nice. So that's perfect. So I'll do my squares blanket first, and then the remainder will go into the other blanket. So I'm going to put that there. I showed you the cross stitch, and I also have a surprise. So I don't know. I probably won't. Let's be real. I probably will not do another floss tube in the next, at least not in the next week, and maybe not the whole of December. So because I'm doing all of these videos, and I want to do a whip parade as well, and it's Christmas time, which things are just really crazy busy everywhere. So I did hit a milestone though. One of my goals met, and I wanted to show you, in case you have been following along with my floss tubes. If you haven't, check them out. But I got my 6 pages done on Jelly World. Dun, da, da, da. That's my 6 pages complete. I'm so excited. I've not ironed or done anything with this. It's like still discombobulated from being in my Q-snap for a few months. But anyways, there we are. So that was 4 pages across the top. Oh, smoke. There's only one, so there's a 5th page, which is just one 10-stitch column that comes down. So it kind of ends right there. So obviously not done that yet. And then this is 2 pages complete, and a little bit more. Obviously, as you can see, I have thrown in some more there, but at least at the beginning I was working in, I like to work throughout the Q-snap. But then I was getting worried about making sure that I get my 6 pages completed. So what I started doing was I would just go to right past the confines. Smoke, come on, buddy. I would get right past the confines of these 2 pages, so on the side or on the bottom, and then I would just park it wherever it was. But there is you know, there is some extra that's been done. So I'm at exactly 51.5% of the entire thing. I don't know, that's 46,000 odd stitches out of 90,250. And actually, I could tell you exactly. Smokey, you're being a real pest. 46,482 stitches out of 90,250. So my 6 pages are complete, and that is what I needed to get done so that I can get the other 11. Really? The other 11 patterns. There's at least 1, maybe 2 that I would like to do. I have to look at them all again. I don't remember them all, but anyways, yeah. So there's my extra surprise. So I actually finished this yesterday, but I didn't show it yesterday because I totally forgot, and I wasn't at that point. I wasn't sure if I was going to come back and do another floss tube or not. But there we are. So for tomorrow, I'll come back tomorrow with my start on Twilight Moon and with my knitting. All right, so this guy is, look at his face. Look at his face. Say hello. Say hello. He is a monkey. He is such a monkey. Hey? The problem is he's been sleeping all day. And so now he's full of piss and vinegar, as they say. Okay, so that is it for me. This is longer than I thought it was going to be. So I apologize. I think these Flossmas videos are supposed to be really short, but I did want to show you what I worked on, and the big goal that I got completed. Because now, if I get any extra stitching time now, what I'm going to do, like beyond the, beyond this, the Flossmas stitching, I'm going to put it into Dragons of the Sabbat, because I want to finish that blue dragon. And actually, since we're here, why don't I just show you, because that'll probably be, that'll probably come out, at least a few times. So let me just show you my starting point, where I'm starting from there. I'm going to lean over for a second. Okay, so my starting point for the blue dragon at the top is right here. Okay. So it's hard to say, like there is quite a bit of stitching that's left, especially like down here. Like you could see a lot of spaces, but it's really hard to see. Like it's really hard to see up here and in here, because a lot of the stitches are very, very light. Like this is all filled in, for example. So it's really hard to see. It does continue just a little bit down here, but that's it. And then the edges are in here, so I won't show you that, but if you'll recall, here, let me flip it. I had finished all of the black, which was over 251,000 stitches of black by the end of last year. And so this year, so this is Dragons of the Sabbat. It is from Pain Free Crafts. The artist is Anne Stokes. So those are all dragons, right? anyway, so my goal for this year was just to get this one blue dragon done, and I really want to get it done. What my goal is going to be next year for this project, I don't know. I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to focus on another dragon again. It's a lot of stitches. I'm pretty sure, I don't know how many stitches, but it'll be interesting to see once I finish this. Then I'll know how many stitches the dragon was, because this is in Markup RXP, and I know that the black was 251,500 something like that. So I can then just subtract, right? I do have, it's not going to be perfect because I do have a little stitching that's outside of the dragon, but not too much. It'll be close enough. But once I know how much each dragon is, I know they're not going to be exact, but they're going to be, you know, ballpark around the same area. Then I'll have an idea of, I can sort of break this out, right? So whatever this number of stitches was, I'll prorate that to the other 11 other dragons. Yeah, I think there's 11, right? I think so. Anyways, and then for the remainder that is not dragons, and then I can figure out, you know, my goals for the coming years, because I do have a goal of finishing this. Oh my god, smoke, seriously. There's Smoke. He is a dragon in disguise. Okay, anyways, then I can make some plans. So yeah, so I don't think I'm gonna come back and do a floss tube, but I will come back. I definitely want to do a oh, for frig's sakes. What a disaster. Okay, stay here. I definitely want to come back and do a whip parade. I will come back and do a maybe a plans video. I don't know. Actually, I don't think so. I think I'm gonna combine the whip parade and the plans, because I'll have plans for each project, right? And there will be, you know, a couple of other things like the alphabet stitching and stuff. Same plans as what I had this year. I'm planning on continuing that, but I do have, you know, when I show my whips, I will show, you know, I'll talk about what my plans are for that particular project. If I have an end date in mind for it, like a completion date in mind for it, or if I just have a percentage goal or number of stitches goal, I will talk about that during the whip parade. So maybe my whip parade will be a little bit longer, but it's probably easier for me to do that than to come back and do a separate video. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, all right, we're now at half an hour. My apologies for all the shaking, all the smoke quake, just all the smoke quake. Okay. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.